You and I probably always feel that we're not learning something fast enough, we're not improving fast at any skill that we pick, and it's like we can't seem to get enough progress. So, in today's video I will share that with you, and by the end of this video you will know how to get faster at learning or picking or seeing progress at any skill or just in general. Let's say you decide to quit a bad habit, so you will make sure to do that fast. And that was actually with me. In the past 4 months, I have managed to create over 120 videos, and I always felt that I am not making a specific improvement at a skill that I pick. And I can say that throughout those 4 months and a lot of time and effort put into just making my craft, studying content creation, and I can say that there is one mindset shift that particularly helped me to improve at any pick and skill faster. So that was my speaking, my fluency, and my content creation filming. So before I tell you what it is, I want you to listen to my story. So it's quite funny because I'm telling you this on content creation, and right now I'm actually practicing this, what I'm about to tell you. So before I started content creation, that was around 4 months ago, like 120 days ago, there is a board that I keep on my wall that is already completed, and it means that for the last 100 days I was making one content piece, so that means one video every single day. And well, I wasn't really planned and focused on it. I was just blindly following the rules that I set for myself. So that was no matter what, no matter how great, how bad, every single day I create a video. But it seemed that with each video that I made, I didn't really feel the progress that I made. And you know, all these people on social media talk that with each thing that you do, the next thing has to be at least 1% better. But I feel like I have been making one mistake that was completely mental and belief mistake that caused me to not improve that fast on overall content creation and the skills that I pick. And this is something that I want to share with you because that is to, when we learn, we have to let ourselves or not allow ourselves certain things. And let me explain. When I started filming content creation, there was a few problems that I faced. So first of all, I was scared of filming and speaking in front of the camera. I believe that I am not fluent enough, I'm not entertaining enough, and I cannot speak without making mistakes and repeating myself. And what I did? Every single day I was still filming videos, and right now I'm making content for you, and I believe that you can learn a few things from me. So I was making those videos, and I thought that the more videos I make, the better I get at speaking. And while that might be true, but I found that this progress was really slow. And here's why. I thought that it's okay to make mistakes. And well, it's actually okay. But in my case, I thought that making mistakes is okay, and it's okay to allow myself to repeat myself, not care about the ums and pauses that I make, because after I record the video, I will cut them all down and the video will seem perfect. But here is the catch, and here's what I want you to take from this video. If you allow yourself to make something bad or to make some mistakes, because you know that this mistake won't be important later, this actually causes you to plan this mistake in your mind, and then you won't learn, and then you are not improving that much because this mistake is kept at your mind. And that was with me. Every single time when I record the video, subconsciously I tell myself that it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to repeat yourself as much time as you want, it's okay to not look at those mistakes because later on you fix them all. And that is with any bad habit that you pick. You might think that, oh, it's okay today to scroll, it's okay to allow myself to scroll on the social media because I'm feeling tired. And subconsciously we are allowing ourselves to do those mistakes. But now this one mindset shift that I made was, what if I don't allow myself to make these mistakes? So that means I'm filming this video, and the previous few videos, I said to myself that it's not okay to make these mistakes. And while the mistakes happen, well, they are not planned and they happen, but we can control how much we actually made, how how much of them we actually make. So for example, instead of telling myself that it's okay to make these mistakes because I will cut them all down, I say to myself that it's not okay to make these mistakes, but they can happen, but I have to focus as much as I can to not make them. And it's just a simple mindset shift that really helps you to improve faster at any skill that you pick. So for example, for me it's speaking, for you it can be quitting the bad habit or not scrolling, because you say to yourself that I'm not allowed to make these mistakes. While the mistakes happen, we're not actually allowing subconsciously for you to view them as something great. So the good mistakes are those that you look at them and you learn from them. But in my case, when I was recording myself a lot and I was actually letting myself to do the ums, the pauses, they don't really taught me how to speak well, because they were accepted and after some time they were seen as normal. So what I want you to do is to look with awareness into the mistakes that you make. So for example, you say to yourself that I'm not going to open my phone, but you still do because you say to yourself that, oh, I am tired after school, or I feel, I don't know, sad, and you open your phone. And you view this something that as a good thing. Well, it's a minor mistake, but it's okay to do that because I have some reason for it. No, you have to view at those mistakes that they are not allowed to make. Mistakes are there to happen, well, not planned, but they are not good. We can't accept them and view them as something great. So, this way, by telling ourselves that we are not allowed to make these mistakes, we say to our mind that you have to search for a way to not make them. And I think this is a really good practice because I am a live person doing that right now, speaking in front of a camera, and I have told myself that I have to try to not repeat myself as much as I can, be as fluent as I can, and not forget my train of thought. And I believe that it's actually working. If you're still watching this video, you still see this unedited clip, and it's just me consciously trying to think to not make these mistakes. And when you switch your mindset from thinking that I can do these mistakes because I have a reason for them, I have some kind of way to fix them, no. Why try to fix a mistake when on the first hand you can avoid this mistake? And there is this one more thing that I remember about learning, is that we are very fucked up when it comes down to learning, improving and studying. You know how in schools we feel very afraid to make any mistake. And you know, how can then we use the school that we learn the most from our failures and mistakes? So this is also a big block when it comes down to learning, and we can use the same example of me practicing my speaking and recording as much videos as I can, is that the improvement that you are looking for and all this learning and fast improving comes from you making the mistakes. So for example, my mistake is that I repeat myself a lot when trying to make sentences, speak fluently, and if I want to improve this skill, I have to look at this mistake that I repeat myself and then find a solution for it. But if you are afraid to make mistakes, you then don't even recognize the mistake that you are making. So for example, if you have this habit of scrolling too much on social media, you then do not realize this as some mistake, because you are taught that it's bad and it's wrong to make mistakes, but you also have to not view this as something that making mistakes is great. You have to look at mistakes consciously and you have to make the good mistakes. So you have to look that if I have this and that thing, I have to find a solution for it, and therefore look at mistakes as some kind of opportunities and problems that you solve. Not as something that happens randomly that you cannot solve and you are just doomed. So you have to look at learning a little bit different, is that you have to make something a lot in order to improve, to learn, but you have to at the same time look at the mistakes that you are making and therefore trying to actively find a solution for them. So today is my just another practice on the camera, another day of trying to speak a little bit better every single day, not trying to allow myself to make the mistakes of repeating. So therefore I'm not going to edit this video, you are seeing it raw, and I hope that from this video you learned today what it takes to improve and learn faster. It's just the mental belief and the mental block that you have in your mind, and this is just purely around the mistakes that we make. So, I hope that I will see you in the next video, and if you can, and if you want, you can join our community, top link in the description. See you!